You're late.
You
She
are
rises from her seat on my bed and points at the computer. Ladder.
You
How are you in
let
my
her
room?
now.
The door was not locked.
The
I let
door
myself
was
in
not
when you
locked.
I remembered. I knew he didn't lock his door because the game said so.
I let myself in when you failed to answer my calls. You just came in? Yes. My
Yes.
breathing calms as my panic subsides. I forgot to lock my door, huh? I guess this is better than showing up to find my computer missing. Alright, okay, sorry. I got caught up with some old guy. Here. With a rustle, I reach into my bag and hand the drink to Reva. Caught up?
Sleep good, love you.
Reva, I love you too. Becker.
Love you too.
Tommy
Becker.
wants some ice cream and says he loves you too.
Is it still hot? Tell me, or did it cool off?
It's still very hot.
It's
Very
hot.
hot.
How hot is it in your room right now, Tommy? Give me an estimate.
Couple more days. It probably takes a while to cool
Yes.
off.
Yeah.
Feel for
I guess
'em.
80 degrees with like 70 to 80.
I'd love to send them
It's the humidity that kills me.
Thank you.
It's that
Good.
humid in your room?
No ventilation. The ventilation is
Tommy,
the
do
window.
you just like have water building up on your arms?
Yeah, that's been my life for the past several days.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Well,
Reva takes my offering without so much as looking at it. Whether or not she's actually going to drink it, I've done my due diligence as host. It's hard to explain.
Tommy, or get her. Can you just go ask your mom to let me have your hand in marriage?
now's not the time, Billy.
Let me. You do not need to explain your relationship with an old man if you would rather not. Is that your guys' line?
Yeah.
That's Revel's line,
Ow.
yeah.
Yeah, hot.
Hot.
Even though I'm pretty sure it's a joke, Reva doesn't smile to show it. I offer a nervous laugh and fall into my computer chair, trying to move on from the topic of my tardiness. Right, ladder. Is there something you need to think of? You think I need to practice? You'll want a match against Protoss players. Quit the match if your opponent is Terran or Zerg. Wait, my ranking? With a few keystrokes, I display my proudly earned Grandmaster badge, accompanied by rank in the double digits. If I lead 2/3 of my games tonight, I'm going to lose a bunch of ladder points. Are ladder points really that important?
Fucking.
Absolutely. Well, without a word, Reva dances, takes the keyboard from me, and logs out of StarCraft 2. Her fingers dance across the keyboard, and a second later, we're logged onto her barcode account. Grandmaster badge accompanying Reva's anonymous username is ranked even higher than mine. Play on this one then. I do not care about ladder rank, and neither should you. I scratch behind my head and have the sense to look embarrassed. He's right, it's pretty dumb for me to worry about ladder rank at a time like this. With a nod and click, I search for my first game of the night. It takes a handful of games before I'm finally matched up against a Protoss. He's got one of those weird names with random capitalizations. Reva just sits over my shoulder, sits just over my shoulder from the edge of my bed, eyes fast on the monitor. Your APM is low. I went to respond with a flurry of unnecessary keystrokes. I've never cracked 300 APM, even when I'm focused on doing so.
Really? I can crack 300 APM.
I mean, like,
Not
you can do it by
APM.
Yeah. A minute or
Well.
two passes without comment, though it's hard to tell whether or not that means she thinks I'm playing well. Your engineering bays are late. Are they?
Walk through.
They are. Damn it. I'll whip my mouse hard, box a pair of SCVs, and slam down the two delayed buildings.
Structures?
I don't care. I check his
Can you
army
not say
comp-
structures?
I mean, like, I scrolled past it and I didn't remember the word.
Oh.
I check his army composition with a scan and decide I'm ready to challenge him. The late upgrades or no, I managed to keep a close enough eye on my opponent's deck that I have a massive swell of Vikings by the time his Colossus come into play. His army gets caught in an awkward position when he tries to establish his third base, allowing me to power forward into his base. To win, I normally celebrate with a self-assured smile. Reva over my shoulder, I'm forced to feign humility in my victory. I turn towards her and motion towards the screen. Well, what do you think? She adjusts her glasses and purses her lips, taking a long moment to decide on her response. He was bad, but he capitalized on his mistakes, so I have no major complaint. A good player won't let you obtain free information. Use your scans wisely. I thought I used them pretty well, didn't I? Scouting is one of the things I'm best at. Not particularly. In any way, should always aim to be even better. I grumble and turn to queue up another game, yet another thing to focus on, I guess.
Fuck. Shit.
I had thought that Reva's low-key attitude might have made her a little lenient with my mistakes, but she's not all that different from Jet, minus how she delivers her criticism. My next match is on the largest map in the current ladder pool. I'll have a pretty easy time defending my expansions with the way that the map's choke points are constructed. Rather than poking prod with my marines or go for an early aggression, I throw down a quick third in a far-flung corner of the map shortly before I begin my natural expo. Pulling off this kind of tactic is incredible.
What? What?
Spooky. Spooky.
I'm spooked.
Spooked.
Pulling off this kind of tactic is incredibly rewarding if it goes unscouted, and I'm practically guaranteed to winning. Why are you doing that? Practice something useful. I shift my gaze to find Reva uncomfortably close to both me and the barometer. What if I decide to hide an expo against Poland? Are you going to risk the team on a coin flip? Cancel it and aim for a long game. Reva offers the advice too firm to be called a suggestion, and I find myself moving the mouse to do as instructed. This gaffe is going to set me back a fair bit. I gear up for a drawn-out match by focusing on my upgrades and base defense. It's not long before my Protoss opponent and I have split the map in half and are jockeying for position. Build more defenses. You can afford a dozen planetary fortresses. Is that really necessary? Mach, your opponent is Protoss. Protoss players will stop at nothing to cheat an honest Terran out of an earned win.
Yeah.
Funny, I typically image balance winders as loud and obnoxious in real life. I wonder if she quit playing random out of guilt. Still, I oblige her and cram as many static defense structures as I can into a vital choke point. There's an observer over your army. I squint to find that she's right. Damn, how did I not catch that earlier? With the scan, I pick off the Protoss scout and position my units. It takes a few minutes to adjust my army comp, one that better suits the extreme light game, but I'm soon ready to clash with my opponent. At this point, StarCraft becomes less about strategy and more about patience. It's important to know when to stalk and when to pounce. I sense an opening at last and rush into my opponent's weak flank. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see Reva tensing up, invested as much as I am in the outcome of the battle. But try as I might, my snipes don't connect with the High Templar scattered among the Protoss army. He drowns my units in side storms and steamrolls past the center of the map, destroying my constructed defenses along the way. I struggle pointlessly to mount a counteroffensive, but the damage is done, and I'm forced to tap out a GT as the match ends with a huff. You controlled his army better than you did. I spin in my chair to face Reva with a round.
Fuck you!
If I didn't, he would have won. I would have won. Ugh, that was close. Yes, it was. At least you can concede a point to my credit when it's deserved. But damn, that match took a while. As long as go with Mr. Yawn, if not longer. What time did you need to leave? Are you throwing me out?
I could just stay here and be with you.
Oh God.
No, I'm just saying if you need to be home at a certain time, let me know. I do not. Okay. Why does talking to her feel so unnatural?
Because she's a fucking robot.
This has to be
Yeah,
intentional.
I
on
am
her
human.
part. Need a break. Your opponents will use every wasted moment to become better than you. Breaks are dangerous. Just a short one. I'm thirsty anyway. We'll be back on the ladder with a vengeance afterwards. Thirsty. I see. My fist clenches involuntarily. Ah, damn. Back to water. As I reach for a can, nearly forcing me to knock it over. I offer Reva an exhausted look before cracking open my drink. Not to be outdone, I take a poised sip before glancing casually in a direction. So, why do you pretend to be a guy on the internet? Now it's Reva's turn to tense up. Her face contorts, eyes glazing over as if scanning her internal database for a scathing comeback. Or comeback, not found. I do no such thing. Details about my private life are kept just so private. Others simply assume. Well, that's all coming to an end if we're going to be on Team Minakra, isn't that right? I suppose. I did about living in a team house.
Having fun, Tommy?
Yeah. As long as it is
Oh my
being paid
God.
for, yes. In it for the esports money, I see. Of course, since primary school, I have dreamed of my own bunk bed and free cup noodles. Reva is refreshingly realistic about pro gamer living conditions. Maybe she can talk some sense into stunt. Frank, anything is better than life at home. Trouble with your parents? No, my parents always worked hard to give me the opportunities they never had, and for that I will always be grateful. But they live far away from Seoul, and so I was isolated from my friends for most of my life. You mean your online friends?
Wow.
Yes. But now I have the chance to make my own way. I take pride in the fact that I've turned my skills into a living, no matter how meager. Should be. Most people living off StarCraft do it with the support of a team, but you manage to do it on your own. You have the right to be proud. Maybe. But sometimes, even though I am happy with my accomplishments, I lack the confidence to devote more of myself to this game. Really? I wouldn't have expected to hear something like that from you. Why?
We're gonna fucking bone.
I mean, like,
I
good
fucking
luck.
hope so.
I don't know. You seem kind of the resolute type. No regrets, that sort of thing.
Billy, you want to
Bad
let
at
us
putting
out
in
while
the
we're
word.
here?
Yes.
I'm the one
We're not
that's-
saying anything.
That's me. Oh well, shit. That's right. I'm bad at putting into words my impression of Reva, but she seems to understand what I mean by the nod she offers. You are correct that I always give full effort to my pursuits. However, it's not a matter of regret. Normally, I can be satisfied, even in failure, if I've done my best. But what if the task
what if
was
what?
not? But what if what the task was not worth working towards in the first place? Okay. What do you mean? Sports is like anything else, isn't it? It's a climb to the top. It is. But StarCraft is inherently less valuable than some other things. Art, athletics, education, science, a corporate career. Objectively, my time is better spent on almost anything other than pro gaming. But I do not believe that I can truly distinguish myself at any of those things, where it is possible as a pro gamer. I was born in the right country, I am the correct age, and I have the required talent. Even then, it is not logical for me to spend so much time and effort on what should statistically prove unrewarding, yet I cannot bring myself to turn down the chance to compete. I have the same drive, so I can at least understand that. But you really won't do something you can't be the best at it. And the way you talk about your motivation, you even like StarCraft. No, I don't. He answers bluntly, then looks away. I have nothing to say to that. High-level StarCraft isn't always fun in the traditional sense of the word, but it sounds like Reva genuinely doesn't enjoy the game. For her to be as good as she is with that holding her back is hard to understand. StarCraft's greatest players have always credited their love of the game as a major factor in their success. How can she hope to go without that advantage? With the silence filling the space between us, Reva takes an opportunity to try out the drink I bought for her. On the first taste, she screws up her face and hurries to set it down. How can you stand something so sugary? I shrug since I don't have a good answer.
Like my rockin' cock.
It's not like I can explain why something tastes good. Where are you living if not with your parents? Do you know what a Goshuan is? No way, really? That's a term that showed up in one of my online lessons. If I remember correctly, it's an absurdly tiny type of apartment, literally the size of a closet with a low price to match. I live on the edge of Seoul, so rent is inexpensive. I pay with my winnings from online tournaments. Matches on the last week of every month if I have not yet hit my quota can be very stressful. That has been my life since I graduated from high school. Damn, you don't mind the lack of space? I do. I am enjoying the chance to stretch while it lasts. She demonstrates by falling back onto my bed when fully extending her legs. I shake my head and try not to laugh. It'll last. The team house will be a nice upgrade for the both of us. Reva sits up and rests her arm on her knees. Break time is over. Turn to the ladder. Alright.
Bitch, get on the ladder.
I spin my chair back towards my computer and resume my training.
Do we get to say anything ever, Billy?
Fuck no.
The blue light from my
Yeah.
computer monitor shines in Reva's glasses. Her advice and my grumbling is all that is said between us.
Welcome
Match.
to Tommy's reading hour. Story time.
It's story
Okay.
time with Thomas
As if
Shelby
it's been
Evans.
anything different. The matches bleed into each other, one foe falling after another. I'm in a Protoss slang groove. Reva goes quiet in the middle of a particularly intense game, leaving only.
I don't often find myself on winning streaks on ladder. Part of me wonders if I'm playing this wall only to impress her.
Reva goes
Reva
quiet
goes
in the middle of...
In the middle of a particularly intense game, leaving only the sound of my keyboard and mouse clicks to mingle with this game sounds blasting from my headphones. I managed to prolong my win streak with a multi-pronged attack that forces my opponents to tap out. With a triumphant grin, I push off the desk and turn. Boom. Boom, 3-0. And I find that Reva has fallen asleep on duty. Well, that explains why she didn't point out that my dropships were delayed. Is it really that late? I rest my hand against my cheek. Should I wake her up and tell her to go home? She looks too peaceful for me to do that in a good conscience. I can sleep on the floor, I guess. I bunch up a hoodie from my dresser into a makeshift pillow and ease myself into the space under my desk. The ground isn't exactly comfortable, but with enough shifting around, I find a decent spot. Not long after, my eyelids grow heavy and sleep claims me.
Holy shit.
I'm on the floor. Why am I on the floor? The trash on my desk is gone as my bed is made.
Yeah, that
Right.
was a confusing morning when I woke up to my brother having pushed me out of my bed in the middle of the night. I
I
was
fully
on the
believe
floor
it.
and he was just there. Like, what the fuck happened?
When I stand, an ache in my back forces me to wince. It's nothing serious, but I must have turned over in my sleep at a weird angle. A text message from Eva awaits me when I check my phone for the time. She borrowed some of my clean clothes, really? At least she admitted it.
What? What?
What's your
Wait,
line?
what?
She
I
borrowed
guess
some
you
of
can
my...
share clothes.
I apologize
'cause,
for
you know,
falling
you're
asleep, but
woman.
we'll see you later. Terse. So come to my pocket, look at my phone screen, slip it in my pocket. What? There was something about clean clothes?
Yeah, it's
I
because
mean,
we're
like-
not women, Billy.
Fair?
Yeah. So, you're
Go ahead,
like, I
Elijah.
apologize for the week
Yeah.
ahead? Is that the line?
What? No,
The
it
week
says,
ahead.
apologize for falling asleep. I will see you later.
That's not my line.
Terse, as I've come to expect from her, I lock my phone screen and slip it into my pocket.
The week ahead is
the
when
week
we-
ahead
The week ahead is going to be tough. 6 days probably isn't enough time to make any sort of serious breakthrough in terms of my mechanics or game sense. But it's long enough to craft a game plan that might edge out Bolt. My biggest issue with the matchup is that I have no idea what to expect from him. How does a Brood War player go about learning StarCraft 2? Maybe I should ask Jet or Excel. Whatever the case, the team is probably waiting for me over at Golden Zone Fire. I should hurry over. By noon, my wrists are sore from a morning of anti-rush
What?
defense.
Whoa, whoa.
What? Morning, Mach?
Morning, Mach.
Morning?
Billy, you can just be Mach. Okay.
I mean, like, it's not my line. I don't have
Oblivious
that.
stunt fails to notice my arrival. He's too focused on his white whale. Where's Jet?
Trying to wrangle some of Bolt's replayers, I guess. We couldn't find him at the stock team house yesterday, so I spent the rest of the evening moving out of Crash House.
That sounds awkward.
You're not wrong.
Well, Reva's probably going to be late today. She probably needs to go back home after. I try and fail to stop myself in time. The allure of Pop Safari now fails to hold the stunt's attention.
She slept at your place? Did you bang her?
No, it
Passing.
wasn't like that. We just practiced.
Oh, genius move. Ow. Oh, okay, sheesh.
I follow up the shoulder punch with a pat, then take note of Excel's serious expression.
Mach, you didn't do anything, right?
No, I didn't.
Good. Don't get involved with your teammates. Why? Seriously? I'm sure you can figure this one out on your own. If you break up, things get awkward. If you get together, things get awkward. If you break up, the team loses a player. It's bad news, even in the best case scenario.
She came over to watch me ladder. It got late and she fell asleep during a long game, that's all.
Then there's no problem. Being a coach means I got to deal with fun stuff like telling you who and you can't date.
Stunt's hand slinks for his phone, but Excel snaps for his attention before the Protoss can get back to tapping away at animal bubbles. Enough.
Enough stunt. Time for practice. Mach, you too.
Right. It's probably where we meet back up.
By noon?
By noon, my wrists. Yes.
By noon, my
Holy
wrists are
shit, we
sore.
just had that whole thing without Tommy?
Yeah, he's a woman.
I
He
know,
ain't a
but-
dude. We can't have bro talk.
Yeah, we can't. There's no lesbian. in
There's no
this
bro
thing.
talk here. It's-
You didn't like meet up with Jet and Jet be like, hey, did you guys les out?
Not really. By
Guys
noon, my
fabulous,
wrists,
man.
my wrists are sore from practice from a morning of anti-rush defense. Without anything specific to practice against, Stunt spammed me with game after game of proxy gates, cannon rushes, and one base all-ins. I feel prepared in the incredibly unlikely case that Bolt risks the match on something like a 2-gate. Stunt's a one-note Protoss, but he plays that note pretty damn well. Can you try something else for a change? My brain is starting to fry.
I'm not even warmed up yet. You're only able to defend against these builds because you're expecting them.
Obviously, the point of a cheese is to catch the opponent off guard. What's the point of cheesing when it's literally all you can do?
Oh, you don't understand. Cheesing is an art. An art that I will be the first to master. Seriously though, Mark needs to prepare for more than just your one base audience. Try playing standard for a change. Fine.
Just then, Jet steps through the doors of the Golden Zone Fire at a fierce pace, saving me from more of Stunt's abusive builds. The relief I feel at her arrival shatters when I catch sight of the figure at her heels. Before I can form a question of Bolt's presence, Both he and Jet are standing before us. She shoots an annoyed glance at him before speaking.
He insisted on speaking with you before we agreed to play.
Bolt lifts his chin at me,
He insists on talking about
savoring the moment. I need something from him, a show match, and he's well aware of the power it grants him.
So, Mach, still desperate to make a name for you.
I match his aloof expression with a hard one, determined to show that he can't intimidate me. Our sponsor needs a demonstration of the team's potential. It's not about me.
Don't kill yourself. This is all about you. I mean, fuck yourself. I'd be facing Jet Excel or one of your wannabe dishwashers. You managed to clown down in the signing if it wasn't. Do you think that I haven't read what they're saying online?
I draw on a sharp breath to Bolt's amusement.
Stop laughing, it's hard.
Shakes out his wrist and offers a shrug.
I normally have better things to do than
Damn it.
to play out a show match with a leather game. But hey, you got me at a good time. My next brood boy match isn't for a few weeks. Got just enough time to brush up on my StarCraft 2 and ship you back across the Pacific. Get hurt, please!
It's so good.
Stop! Did you know that my team manager won't even let me play Star 2 in the stock team house? They say it's distracting to the other players.
He's a snake. It's so funny.
I reach for another calming breath, but find no relief. It's that smile of his. Oh, and you came here just to talk some trash? I'm wasting my time and accept the match.
I accept, and I'll do one.
I'll do one better than you'll do me, catch. Do you one better than you'll do me, catch.
Bolt pulls something out of his pocket and tosses it at me. My reflexes don't fail me, and I snag the small black object in midair. When I open my hand, I find a thumb drive. What?
50 replays. Study them all if you like. You'll have no excuse when you lose. By the way, Jed, let me just give you a
Tip?
next
Just a
time.
Just the tip.
Just the snake tip.
Next time you go behind my back for some replays, don't try to get them from someone that shares my feelings of your opportunist bullshit.
Goddamn.
You're a foreigner mascot. Lucky that I'm feeling generous.
Wah, I have too many lines. Wah, Tommy has too many lines.
Tommy used so many lines.
With an infuriating air of superiority.
throat.
Bolt turns to leave. My teammates visibly share my frustration, but none of them rush to my defense. Maybe it's for good reason. I can't keep relying on Jet or Excel to bail me out of trouble. Beating Bolt isn't their responsibility, it's mine. Hey, Bolt. Turns, mild surprise showing on his face when I flick the thrum dive out of my hand and at his feet. I won't lose to you again. Remember it.
Tell yourself that.
Wow,
He shows his
that's rude.
fangs.
Shows his teeth and his smirk and crushes the flash drive under his heel.
But snakes don't have knees.
They have heels though, Kappa. Wow, spooky.
You told yourself you could qualify for VSL.
Oh my god! Holy
fuck?
shit!
I got jump scared.
Bits of plastic and metal are all that remain of the USB when he lifts his foot to continue on his way out.
SC2VN is 3 spoopy. 5
Tension remains long after Bolt's departure. Finally, Jet enters my personal space, eyes sharp and locked with mine.
We needed his replays.
Excel steps forward and places a hand on Jet's shoulder.
But was trying to get into Mach's head. You know that shit. It was the right call. Dang! You really did like learning over to pick it up, huh? Those things are like 10,000 won.
Whip earns him a perplexed stare from Excel and Jet. I'm too distracted to even react.
Whatever, Mach. If you're going to be a showman, save it for when it'll gain you some fans.
That gives me an idea for a ceremony after you beat this guy. Get like 10 fast drives in. Hey, Stone, I've got a better idea for a ceremony. we sign a contract with Enoch and move into our team house. How's that sound? That's not as funny as what I had in mind!
Stunt's a piece of shit.
Enough banter! Get back to boxing!
We take a break or something?
Really, we have an interesting role here.
We don't have a minute, especially without replays. Practice now.
I quietly follow Stunt's lead
Here,
back
I
towards
have
the
my own
PCs.
place.
Excel and Jet move in and take
You
their
don't
seats
either.
behind us.
From the top, and no rushes. Stunt.